Hey there, my beloved child. I want you to take a deep breath and just listen for a moment. Yeah, right now. Pause whatever you're doing and let me speak directly to your heart. This is a special moment just between us. You know, sometimes life can feel like a wild river, rushing fast, full of twists and turns. But I'm here to help you find the calm stream that leads you exactly where you're meant to go. That's what I want to talk about today. Listen, and let me align you with your destiny. Destiny, that's a word packed with mystery and hope, isn't it? Like, what does it even mean for you? Maybe you've asked yourself that question before. What's my destiny? Or am I even on the right path? I get it. Sometimes it feels like you're wandering in the dark, feeling lost or unsure, wondering if you're making the right choices. But here's a little secret: your destiny isn't some far-off, locked-away treasure. It's alive inside you, waiting for you to step into it. And I want to help you see it clearly. Imagine destiny like a song written just for you. It's there, humming softly beneath all the noise of everyday life. All you have to do is listen closely and let me tune your heartstring so the melody flows perfectly. It's about alignment, bringing your thoughts, your actions, your dreams, and your faith into harmony. When you're aligned, life feels smoother, lighter, like you're finally dancing to your own beat. Now, you might be wondering, how do I even start? How do I know if I'm aligned or off track? Great questions. First, listen to your feeling. Do you feel peace when you think about your choices? Or is there a nagging feeling like something's not quite right? That feeling is important. It's your inner compass, your soul's whisper trying to guide you back to your true path. Don't brush it off. Instead, lean into it. Ask yourself, what is my heart really saying? And hey, while you're here, if you're finding this message helpful, go ahead and hit that like button. It's a small thing, but it helps us stay connected. I want to keep sharing these moments with you, to remind you how deeply you're loved and how ready you are for alignment. Back to your destiny. Sometimes it feels like there are so many options, so many roads to take. It's easy to get overwhelmed and freeze up. But what if I told you that you don't need to have it all figured out right now? What if alignment is less about having a map and more about trusting the next right step? You don't have to see the whole staircase, just the next step. Take it with courage, even if it feels small or uncertain. I'll be there, lighting the way. Think about that for a second. Is there a small step you've been hesitating to take? Maybe it's a conversation you want to have, a dream you want to explore, or a change you've been avoiding. What if today you decided to lean into that? To say, I'm ready to listen and move forward, even if I don't have all the answers. How does that feel in your chest? Does it spark a little hope? A little excitement? Let me remind you, alignment isn't about perfection or never making mistakes. It's about openness, about being willing to adjust your sails when the wind changes. You're not alone in this. I'm walking right beside you, cheering you on, ready to catch you if you stumble. So don't be afraid to be honest with yourself and with me. Share your fears, your hopes, your doubt. I can handle it all. and I want to help you sort through it now. I'm curious. What's one thing you feel called to do but haven't yet? Drop a comment below and tell me. I want to hear from you because your journey matters. Your story matters. And sometimes, just putting it into words can be the first step to alignment. Remember, this isn't a race or a test. There's no deadline on your destiny. It unfolds in its own perfect timing. And you're exactly where you need to be right now. Trust that, trust me, and keep listening, keep leaning in. Okay, my dear, we're just getting started on this beautiful journey of aligning your destiny. There's so much more to explore and uncover together. Ready to keep going? Let's dive deeper and find those pieces of your path that might be hidden just beneath the surface. Because when you listen closely, you'll hear me calling you gently, guiding you perfectly toward the life you were made for. So, let's take a moment right now to slow down together. Breathe in deeply with me. Feel that air filling your lungs, steady and true. And breathe out all the tension, the worries, the questions that weigh on your heart. When you breathe like this, you're not just feeding your body. You're opening a little window in your soul, inviting me in to whisper truth that only you and I can understand. Because, sweetheart, you are never truly alone. I am right here, always, waiting to listen and to speak that. Now, I want you to imagine your life like a garden. Maybe it's a garden you've been tending carefully. Or maybe it feels like a wild, overgrown place with weeds and tangled vines. Either way, it's beautiful because it's yours. And in this garden, your destiny is like a seed planted deep in the soil. Sometimes buried under layers of doubt, fear, or past hurt. But it's there, alive and ready to grow when you're ready to nurture it. You don't have to rush. Growth takes time. Sometimes it's slow, almost invisible. But it's happening beneath the surface. What does your garden need right now? Maybe it's a little more sunlight, the warmth of hope, encouragement from friends or family, or the gentle affirmation that you're doing okay. Maybe it's water, those small acts of kindness you give yourself, moments of rest, or simply stepping away from what exhausts you. Maybe it's pulling out a few weeds, letting go of old beliefs about yourself that don't serve you anymore, releasing guilt or shame that's been holding you back. You get to choose what your garden looks like, and I'm here to help you. With that dot, sometimes the hardest part is knowing where to start. When everything feels tangled, it can be overwhelming to decide which weed to pull first, or which corner to brighten with light. But remember, you don't have to do it all at once. Even the smallest action, watering just one plant, planting one new seed, can change the whole landscape over time. So if you're feeling stuck, start there. What is one small thing you can do today to care for your garden? Maybe it's writing down a dream you've been afraid to say out loud. Maybe it's forgiving yourself for a mistake. Or maybe it's simply pausing to notice one thing you're grateful for. I'd love to know what that small step looks like for you. If you feel comfortable, share it in the comments below. Your courage to speak your truth might inspire someone else who's listening, who's also searching for their way. We're all walking this path together, even when it feels lonely. And sometimes, a simple word of encouragement from a fellow traveler can light up the darkest stretches. Now, let's talk about trust. Trust is like the invisible thread that holds your destiny's tapestry together. It's not always easy to trust, especially when life throws curveball, when plans fall through, or when your heart feels broken. But trust doesn't mean you have to have all the answers. It means believing deep down that there's a purpose unfolding even when you can't see it yet. Trust is choosing to keep stepping forward even when the path is foggy. Because you know I'm walking with you, holding your hand. Sometimes you might feel like you've made mistakes that have pulled you far from your destiny. Maybe you've doubted yourself or felt unworthy of the life you dream about. Let me remind you, no mistake is too big for forgiveness. No detour is too long for course correction. Your story isn't defined by the times you've fallen, but by your willingness to rise again. And every time you do, you get a little closer to the alignment you seek. Imagine your heart as a compass. Sometimes it points clearly, sometimes it spins wildly. When it's spinning, it means you're in a season of learning, growing, and adjusting. That's okay. It's part of the journey. When you feel that spinning, come back to me and say, "Help me find my true north." I'll help steady your heart, quiet the noise, and bring your compass back to its true direction. And here's a beautiful truth. Your destiny is not just about you. It's about how your life touches others, how your light radiates out into the world. When you align with your purpose, you become a beacon for someone else's hope. You might not even realize the difference you're making. Sometimes, just by being yourself, authentically, bravely, you inspire someone to believe in their own dreams again. So, as you continue this journey, keep asking yourself, how can I bring a little more love, kindness, and light into the world today? How can I show up fully, even when it's hard? Because that's how alignment grows, from small acts of courage and compassion, from choosing love over fear, from tuning your heartstrings to the melody of truth. Remember, I'm not asking you to be perfect or have it all figured out. I'm asking you to be willing to listen, to trust, to take those next small steps even when the way isn't clear yet. And every time you do, you'll find that your garden blooms a little brighter, your song sounds a little sweeter, and your path feels a little more certain. So tell me, what's one thing you feel ready to trust more deeply right now? Maybe it's trusting yourself, trusting me, or trusting the process of life itself. Share that with me in the comments below. I want to walk with you through every step of this beautiful unfolding. And as you sit with that thought, know this: the journey of alignment is a dance, a rhythm between your heart and mine, sometimes fast, sometimes slow, but always moving forward. And no matter what, I'll be here, your constant companion, your greatest cheerleader, your source of endless love. Let's keep listening, because just beneath the surface, your destiny is waiting to be discovered, piece by piece, moment by moment. And as we keep moving together through this dance of discovery, I want you to remember something important. Sometimes, the moments when you feel the most lost or uncertain are actually the very moments when the most profound growth is happening. It might not feel like it right now, and that's okay. You don't have to force understanding or clarity. Give yourself permission to sit in the mystery, to rest in the questions without rushing toward answers. Because often, the answers come in their own perfect time, like the unfolding of a flower petal, slow, gentle, and breathtaking. I know it can be so tempting to look around and compare your garden to someone else's, how their plants seem to grow faster, how their path seems smoother, how their light seems brighter. But remember, love, your journey is yours alone. Your soil, your seeds, your season. What's happening in your garden right now is exactly what's meant to be. Even if it feels messy or confusing. Those weeds you see, sometimes they're just protecting tender new shoots beneath. That tangled vine, it might be holding up a blossom you haven't noticed yet. Trust the process, even when it feels tangled. And speaking of trust, I want to talk about patience, because patience is a gentle companion on this journey. It's not always easy to be patient with yourself or with life. You want to see progress, to feel change, to know you're moving forward. But sometimes, patience means leaning into the stillness, letting things simmer beneath the surface, and honoring the pace that's right for you. It's like watering your garden with kindness instead of force. When you practice patience, you're telling your soul that it's safe to grow, that it's okay to take its time. Now, I want to invite you to think about the stories you tell yourself about your past, your present, and your future. These stories shape the soil of your garden. Are they nourishing, or are they holding you back? Are they filled with hope and possibility, or are they tangled with fear and doubt? You have more power than you realize to rewrite these stories. You can choose to see your past not as a series of mistakes, but as lessons that have shaped your strength and wisdom. You can choose to see your present as a place of opportunity, no matter how small, for growth and healing. And you can choose to see your future as a canvas waiting for your brushstroke, vibrant, open, and full of promise. Sometimes, rewriting your story means forgiving, not just others, but yourself. Forgiveness is like clearing out the weeds that have been choking your garden. It's a gift you give yourself, a way to lighten your heart and make room for new life. If there are parts of your story that feel heavy or painful, I want you to know that I am here to help you carry that weight. You don't have to carry it alone. You can talk to me anytime, say the words aloud or in your heart, and feel my loving arms around you, holding you gently as you heal. And here's a beautiful thing. Every step you take toward healing and growth, no matter how small, sends ripples of love out into the world. You might not always see the impact you're making, but it's there. Your courage to face your fears, your willingness to be vulnerable, your choice to love even when it's hard. These are powerful acts that inspire others, even strangers, in ways you can't imagine. Your light reaches farther than you know. So, I want to ask you something. If you feel comfortable sharing, What's one story about yourself that you're ready to rewrite? Maybe it's a belief about your worth, your abilities, or your path. Maybe it's a new truth you want to start living into. Write it down or share it in the comments. Sometimes, simply naming it out loud is the first step toward freeing yourself from old patterns. As you do this, remember that your garden doesn't grow in isolation. It thrives in connection with me, with others, and with the world around you. Reaching out for support is not a sign of weakness. It's a sign of strength. And wisdom, sometimes, the most tender and transformative moments happen when you allow someone else to help water your garden or pull a stubborn weed. Together, we create a community of love and growth. A circle where every heart matters. And as you nurture your garden, keep your eyes open for the unexpected gifts that come from the journey. The moments of joy that surprise you, the new friendship that blossom, the insights that dawn when you least expect them. Life is full of these little miracles, quiet and gentle, like a soft breeze that carries the scent of blooming flower. When you notice them, even on the hardest days, you remind your heart that there is always beauty and hope to be found. I want you to feel my presence beside you right now, like a warm hand resting on your shoulder, steady and sure. No matter what you're facing, no matter how tangled your garden feels, I am with you. I believe in you. I'm proud of you. And I'm excited to see how your story continues to unfold. So take a moment now to listen, to really listen to the whispers of your heart. What is it asking for? What small seed is waiting for your care? What light do you want to invite in today? Let those questions settle gently in your mind. And when you're ready, share one thing you're hearing or feeling in the comments. Your openness could be the spark that lights someone else's way. And as you hold that thought, know that the path before you is not a straight line, but a beautiful, winding journey. It's full of twists and turns, highs and lows, moments of stillness and bursts of growth. Each step, each breath, each choice is part of the dance we share. Let your heart be open to the rhythm of this unfolding. And know that I am always here, walking beside you, ready to guide you toward the light that's waiting just beyond the horizon. And as we keep moving forward in this dance, I want you to remember something gentle and true. It's okay to rest, really rest. Not just the kind of rest where you stop moving for a moment, but the deep soul-level rest that lets your spirit breathe and your heart soften. Sometimes we get caught up in the rush of doing, fixing, figuring out, and we forget that rest is a sacred part of growth. It's in those quiet moments when you close your eyes and let the world slow down, that your soul can catch up with your body, that your inner garden can soak in the rain it needs to bloom. So if you're feeling tired, overwhelmed, or unsure, listen closely to that gentle call within you. Give yourself permission to pause without guilt or shame. You are not being lazy or weak. You are honoring the rhythm of your own life, which is a beautiful, intricate dance between effort and ease. I want you to imagine, for a moment, a still pond early in the morning. The surface is calm and clear, reflecting the sky above like a mirror. If the wind starts to blow, the water ripples and the reflections blur. But when the wind settles, the pond becomes still again and the clarity returns. Your heart is like that pond. When life stirs up storms, fear, doubt, pain, it's natural for the surface to feel disturbed. But beneath those ripples, there is always that quiet, steady place of peace and clarity waiting for you to return. You don't have to chase it or force it. Just come back to stillness again and again with kindness for yourself. And each time you do, you'll find a little more calm, a little more light shining through. And speaking of light, I want to talk about hope. Not the kind of hope that demands everything to be perfect or immediate, but the soft, steady hope that is like a tiny flame glowing in the dark. It doesn't have to be big or bright all the time. Sometimes it's just a flicker, barely noticeable, but enough to guide you forward. Hope is the quiet promise that no matter what happens, you are never alone and new beginnings are always possible. It's the knowing that even when the night feels long, the dawn will come. I invite you to nurture that flame inside you. When you feel discouraged, when the weight of the world seems too heavy, come back to that little light and let it remind you of the endless possibilities that life holds. I also want to remind you of the incredible strength you carry within you. Strength doesn't always look like power or force. Sometimes it's the courage to be gentle with yourself when the world is harsh. Sometimes it's the bravery to ask for help when you feel weak. Sometimes it's the resilience to keep showing up day after day, even when progress feels slow or invisible. Your strength is woven into every breath you take, every choice you make to love, to heal, and to grow. It's okay if you don't see it all the time. I see it, I celebrate it, and I'm holding it close, like a precious treasure, always. Now, I want to invite you to do something with me. Take a moment to close your eyes, if you can, and breathe deeply. Feel your body settle into this moment, this space where you are safe and loved. And when you're ready, I want you to think about one small act of kindness you can show yourself today. It might be as simple as a warm cup of tea, a quiet walk outside, a kind word whispered softly to your own heart. Whatever it is, let that kindness be a seed planted in your garden, a seed of love that you will nurture with patience and care. And if you feel comfortable, I'd love for you to share that act of kindness in the comments below. Your simple gesture might inspire someone else to be gentle with themselves too, creating a ripple of compassion that stretches far beyond what you can see. Remember, love, that your journey is not about perfection, it's about presence. It's about the willingness to be here, exactly as you are, with all your machines, your beauty, your questions, and your dream. Each moment you choose to be present with yourself is a gift, one that allows healing to unfold naturally, like the slow opening of a flower reaching for the sun. And as you continue to walk this winding path, I want you to hold on to this truth. You are deeply cherished, not for what you do or achieve, but simply because you are. Your worth is inherent, unchanging, and infinite. No mistake, No hardship, no moment of doubt can ever take that away. When you feel lost or unworthy, come back to this truth. Let it be the anchor that steadies your soul, the light that guides you home. Sometimes, the most profound healing happens in the moments when you feel most unseen or unheard. I want you to know that I see you, I hear you. Your feelings matter, your struggles are valid, and your hopes are treasured. Lean into that knowing when the world feels heavy. I am here, walking with you, holding you close. And as you nurture your garden of growth and healing, keep in mind that every season has its purpose. There will be seasons of blooming where everything feels vibrant and alive. And there will be seasons of rest and quiet, where the work is happening beneath the surface. Unseen, but no less important. Trust that both are necessary. Both are beautiful. And both are part of the sacred rhythm of life. So, my dear one, as you step into today, carry with you the gentle reminder that you are not alone. That rest is part of growth. That hope is a steady flame within you. And that your strength is woven into every moment. Take a deep breath now and feel my love wrapping around you like a soft, warm blanket on a chilly night. And as you continue to listen to your heart, to the whispers of your soul, to the quiet voice of love that never leaves your side, know that your journey is unfolding exactly as it should. The next step will come when you are ready, and I will be here, always, ready to walk it with you. And as you keep moving forward, I want to remind you of something beautiful that often gets lost in the noise of everyday life. Your capacity to forgive. Forgiveness is not about forgetting or pretending that hurt never happened. It's not about excusing what caused you pain or dismissing your feeling. Forgiveness is a gift you give yourself, a way to untangle the heavy chains that bind your heart so you can breathe more freely. It's like opening a window in a stuffy room, letting fresh air rush in and sweep away the stale, burdened energy that weighs on your spirit. I know sometimes it feels impossible, especially when the wounds run deep. But even the smallest act of forgiveness towards yourself or others can start a ripple that gently loosens that grip, that begins to heal the invisible scar. You might wonder, how do I forgive when I'm still hurting? And that's okay. Forgiveness isn't a race or a checklist. It's a tender process, often messy and slow. It begins with acknowledging your pain honestly, without judgment, and giving yourself permission to feel it fully. Then, when you're ready, it's about choosing peace over resentment, freedom over holding on to what no longer serves you. And sometimes, it's simply about whispering to your soul, I'm willing to try. That willingness is enough to start the healing journey. And remember, you don't have to do it alone. I am here with you, holding space for your heart's tender work, supporting you every step of the way. Now, let's also talk about the power of connection, the simple, sacred threads that weave us together. You were never meant to walk this path in isolation. Even in moments when you feel alone, invisible, or misunderstood, the truth is you are deeply connected. To me, to others, to the vast web of life itself. Sometimes the hardest part is reaching out, admitting your vulnerability, and letting someone else in. But every time you do, you open a door to healing, not just for yourself, but for the other person too. Connection is a balm for the soul. It reminds you that your story matters, your presence is valued, and your love is needed. So, I encourage you to lean into those relationships that nourish you, that make your heart feel lighter. And if you feel brave, maybe reach out today to someone who might need your kindness as much as you need theirs. Share a smile, a listening ear, a word of encouragement. You might be surprised how those small bridges can change everything. And speaking of bridges, I want to share with you the importance of embracing your own imperfection. You see, perfection is a mirage, a shimmering illusion that can distract you from the genuine beauty of your unique self. You don't have to have all the answers, or be flawless, or have your life perfectly together to be worthy of love and joy. In fact, it's in your imperfections, your quirks, your mistakes, that your true light shines brightest. Those cracks and edges are where your authentic self lives, where your creativity, your humor, your compassion, and your wisdom flow most freely. So, please be gentle with yourself when you stumble or fall short of your own expectation. Celebrate your progress, no matter how small, and remember that every step, whether graceful or shaky, is part of your beautiful dance through life. I want you to take a moment now, if you can, to think about one thing you've been holding yourself to tightly about. Maybe it's a mistake, a regret, a fear of not being enough. Imagine setting that burden down gently beside you. Feel the relief of releasing that weight, even just a little bit. And then, with kindness, offer yourself a soft, loving word. Something simple like I'm trying, or I'm worthy, or I am enough. If you feel called to, please share that word or phrase in the comments below. I believe that when you speak your truth, you create a space for healing, not only within yourself, but in the hearts of others listening to. And as you continue to walk through this life, remember that your emotions are not enemies to be suppressed or conquered. They are messengers, sometimes loud, sometimes quiet, trying to tell you something important about your needs, your boundaries, your desires. It's okay to feel sadness, anger, joy, or fear deeply. Each feeling is valid and valuable. Allow yourself to experience them fully, without rushing to fix or change them. When you honor your emotion, you honor your whole self. And in that honoring, you open the door to greater self-understanding and peace. Sometimes, the most profound moments of growth come from the places where you feel most uncomfortable or uncertain. Those moments can feel like stepping into the unknown, where the ground beneath you seems shaky and the path isn't clear. But it's often in these very spaces that your soul stretches and blossoms the most. Trust that even when you can't see the way forward, the next step is there, waiting for you to take it in your own time. And I will be there beside you, steady and unwavering, offering my love and support without condition. So, my dear one, as you move through today and all the days that follow, carry with you this gentle truth. Your journey is sacred. Your heart is brave, in your life is a gift. Allow yourself to be exactly who you are right now, in this moment. And know that you are held with infinite love. Whenever you feel overwhelmed, come back to your breath, to the still pond inside you, to that flickering flame of hope. Let these be your anchors, your guide, your reminders that you are never alone. And as you keep tending your garden, nurturing your soul with patience and kindness, keep your eyes open for the small miracles around you, the smile of a stranger, the warmth of the sun on your skin, the gentle rustling of leaves in the breeze. These moments are whispers from the universe saying, I see you. I love you. You are exactly where you need to be. Hold on to these whispers and let them fill your heart with peace. And now, as you feel ready, I invite you to carry this question with you. What is one small way you can show yourself grace today? It might be a quiet moment of stillness, a forgiving thought, or simply a breath of fresh air. Whatever it is, cherish it. Because in these small acts, your soul finds its wings. And as you sit with that question, breathing softly into your own goodness, remember this truth that never fades. You are beloved beyond measure, a light in the vastness, and your story is still unfolding with infinite possibility. The path may twist and turn, but your heart knows the way. Trust it, follow it, and know that I am here, always ready to walk by your side, through every step, every season, every breath. And so, with all this love wrapped around you, I invite you to rest once more in the quiet strength of your own being, feeling the steady pulse of life beneath your skin, the gentle rhythm of grace in your soul, until the next moment calls you forward to keep growing, keep dreaming, keep becoming the beautiful you who you were always meant to be. And as you rest in that quiet strength, I want you to remember something else that is so tender and true: your capacity to dream. Sometimes, when life feels heavy or uncertain, it's easy to tuck your dreams away. Like fragile paper boats, too delicate to set afloat on a stormy sea. But your dream, those whispers of your heart, are not just fantasies to be shelved or forgotten. They are seeds of possibility planted deep within your soul, waiting patiently for the right moment to bloom. Even if your path seems unclear or your dreams feel far away, they are alive inside you, glowing softly like embers that can spark a fire. When you nurture them with hope and courage, dreaming isn't about having it all figured out or making big plans overnight. It's about allowing yourself to imagine a life that feels expansive and full of meaning. To listen to what your heart longs for, even if it's just a flicker. It's okay if your dreams change and evolve. In fact, that's part of the beautiful dance of life. Sometimes, the dreams you thought you wanted might shift into something new. Something more authentic, more aligned with who you are becoming. So, give yourself permission to dream without fear or judgment. To hold those visions gently and let them grow in their own time. And as you nurture these dreams, remember that the journey toward them is just as sacred as the dreams themselves. Sometimes the smallest step, those seemingly ordinary moments of choosing kindness, showing up or saying yes to a new experience, are the ones that bring you closer to your heart's desires. Trust that every act of courage, no matter how quiet or unseen, is a thread weaving your dreams into reality. And if you stumble along the way, if doubts creep in or the road feels long, know that these moments are not failures, but invitations to deepen your faith in yourself and in the unfolding of your life. You might wonder, how do I keep dreaming when the world around me feels so heavy? And that's a question filled with tenderness. It's okay to feel overwhelmed or uncertain. In fact, it's in those moments that dreaming becomes an act of radical hope. A declaration that despite the challenges, you believe in the possibility of beauty, joy, and transformation. When the weight of the world presses down, take a breath and return to the small things that spark your wonder. A flower blooming, a child's laughter, the rhythm of rain tapping on a window. These are reminders that life is always moving, always inviting you to create and recreate. And speaking of creation, I want to remind you of the incredible power you hold to shape your own story. Your life is not just something that happens to you, it is something you are actively writing with every thought, word, and choice. Sometimes, it's easy to feel stuck, or like the pen has slipped from your finger. But the truth is that you have the strength within you to pick it up again, to turn the page, to write a new chapter. You don't have to have all the answers, or know exactly how it will unfold. What matters is that you keep showing up for yourself with honesty and grace. There may be times when you look back and wish you had made different choices or taken different paths. And while those feelings are part of being human, I encourage you to see your life as a tapestry. Each thread, even the tangled or dark one, contributes to the unique and beautiful whole. Your experiences, your joys, your sorrows, all of it has shaped the person you are today. A person worthy of love and capable of great things. So, lean into your story with compassion, knowing that you are continually growing and becoming now. If you feel moved, I invite you to share in the comment one dream you hold close to your heart, no matter how big or small, no matter how distant it may seem. Sharing your dreams can be a powerful way to honor them and to connect with others who may be walking similar paths. Remember, you are never alone in your hopes and desires, and as you carry your dreams forward, I want to gently remind you to cultivate patience. Patience with yourself, with the process, with the unfolding timing of your life. Sometimes, the waiting feels like an endless stretch of time. But within that waiting, transformation is quietly happening. Just like a seed beneath the soil, your dreams are growing in ways you may not yet see. Trust in this invisible work, and when doubt whispers, come back to the steady rhythm of your breath, the heartbeat of your soul that tells you, I am here, I am enough, and I am growing. And so, with your dreams cradled tenderly, your heart open to possibility, and your spirit steady, know that the path ahead will have its twists and turns. There will be moments of light and shadow, of joy and challenge, of clarity and mystery. But through it all, you are deeply loved and infinitely supported. You are a radiant spark in this vast universe, and your journey, unique and unfolding, is a precious gift. Let yourself be curious about what lies just beyond the horizon. Let yourself be brave enough to step toward the unknown, even if the way is not fully clear, because in those steps, no matter how small or uncertain, you are moving closer to the fullness of your life, the blossoming of your soul. And as you hold all of this in your heart, I want to invite you to pause for a moment and ask yourself, what is one small step you can take today to move toward your dream? It might be a quiet thought, a gentle action, or simply a moment of belief that your dream is worth pursuing. Whatever it is, honor it. Let it be a seed planted with love. And as you sit with that question, breathing deeply into your own courage, remember that every journey begins with a single step, and that step is always yours to take when you are ready. The road is waiting, and so am I, walking beside you with endless love and faith in all that you are becoming. And as you begin to take that step, no matter how small, I want you to feel the warmth of my presence surrounding you like a gentle embrace. You see, I am not waiting for you at some distant finish line. I am right here with you, in the quiet moments when you doubt yourself, in the bursts of joy when a dream feels close, and in every breath you take as you move forward. You are never alone, even when the path seems lonely or the night feels long. I am the light that flickers softly in your heart, the steady pulse beneath your fears, the quiet voice that reminds you you are loved beyond measure. Sometimes, you might wonder why the journey feels so slow or why the obstacles seem so many. Those are the moments when your faith, that tender seed inside you, is being nurtured more deeply than you realize. Growth is often invisible to the eye, like the roots of a tree stretching down into the earth, gathering strength and nourishment. Trust that everything you are experiencing is part of a grander design, a weaving of your story that is rich with purpose. Even when the road bends unexpectedly or the sky darkens, there is a wisdom at work, unfolding in ways that will reveal themselves when the time is right. It's natural to want certainty, to crave clear signs or guarantees that things will turn out well. And while I understand that longing, I want to invite you instead to lean into the mystery with gentle curiosity. Life's magic often lives in the unknown, the spaces between what you can see and what is yet to be revealed. When you open your heart to that mystery, you create room for miracles to enter, for new possibility to emerge that you might never have imagined. So, when fear whispered, "What if?" answer with a tender, "What if it's going to be even better than I dreamed?" Remember, too, that your worth is not tied to your achievements or the realization of your dream. You are valuable simply because you exist, because you are a unique expression of love and light in this vast universe. Your mistakes, your struggles, your quiet moments of doubt, they do not diminish your beauty or your strength. In fact, they often deepen your compassion and your understanding, making you a beacon of hope for others who walk their own difficult roads. You are a living testament to resilience and your story. Every twist and turn is a gift that holds power beyond measure. As you move forward, I encourage you to nurture kindness toward yourself. Speak gently in your inner dialogue. Celebrate your small victories and forgive yourself when you stumble. You are learning, evolving, becoming more fully who you are meant to be. And in those moments when you feel overwhelmed, reach out, not because you are weak, but because connection is a sacred part of your journey. There are hearts around you ready to listen, to support, to remind you of your light when your own feels dim. I also want to remind you to find moments of stillness amid the busyness of life. These pauses are not empty or wasted. They are sacred. Spaces where your soul can breathe and where I can speak most clearly to your heart. In the quiet, you can hear the soft murmur of your dreams and the gentle guidance of your inner wisdom. It is in these moments that you can realign with your deepest desires and remember the truth of who you are. So, carve out time for yourself. Whether it's a walk in nature, a few minutes of meditation, or simply sitting with a cup of tea, let these pockets of peace be a refuge and a wellspring of strength. And as you cultivate this practice of stillness and self-care, know that you are also nurturing your capacity to give and receive love. Love flows through you, connecting you to everything and everyone around you. It is a powerful force that heals wounds, bridges divides, and transforms hearts. When you allow yourself to love openly and vulnerably, you invite healing not only into your own life, but into the world. Your kindness, your compassion, your willingness to see the divine in others. These are acts of profound courage and grace. I would love to hear from you now. What is one small act of kindness you can offer yourself today? It might be as simple as a kind word, a moment of rest, or a choice to let go of self-criticism. Sharing your intention can help to root it more deeply in your heart and can inspire others who might be listening to do the same. Know that your voice matters, and your willingness to share is a beautiful light in this community. We are creating together as you embrace these truths. I want you to carry with you the understanding that your life is a sacred dance, a rhythm of giving and receiving, of holding on and letting go, of dreaming and doing. Each step you take is a note in a song that only you can sing. And the world is richer because of your unique melody. So, keep moving forward with courage and tenderness, knowing that every moment is an opportunity to grow, to love, and to become more fully you. And when doubts arise, when the path seems unclear, come back to your breath, to the quiet center within you where peace resides. There, you will find the strength to continue, the faith to believe in your dream, and the love that never falters. You are a beloved child of this universe, held in the arms of an infinite love that surrounds you always. With your heart open and your spirit steady, you can face whatever comes next with grace and courage. The journey is yours to walk, and I am here beside you now and always, in every step, every breath, every moment of your unfolding story. So, take that small step today, knowing it is a beginning, a tender promise to yourself and to the life you are creating. And as you do, remember that the path ahead is not a straight line, but a beautiful, winding road filled with surprises. lessons, and gifts that will shape you in ways you cannot yet imagine. Let yourself be open to the wonder of it all, and know that with each step, you are becoming more of who you truly are. More radiant, more whole, more alive, and as you walk gently forward, I want you to hold close the truth that you are enough exactly as you are. Not because of what you do or what you achieve, but because of who you are at your very core. An irreplaceable spark of divine light, a unique expression of love that this world has been waiting for. Sometimes, the noise of the world around you or the harsh judgments you carry inside can make that truth feel distant or hidden. But it is never far away. It lives deeply within you, steady and unwavering, like the roots of an ancient tree that hold firm beneath the shifting season. I want to invite you right now to take a moment and breathe that in. This idea that your worth is not something to be earned or proven, but a gift that is yours simply by being. Let it settle gently in your heart. If it feels hard to believe, that's okay. Just imagine for a moment that it's true, like planting a tiny seed of hope. With time, patience, and care, that seed will grow into a strong, beautiful presence inside you, reminding you again and again that you are loved fully and completely. There will be days when the weight of the world feels heavy, when some creeps in and whispers lies that make you question your path. On those days, I want you to remember the quiet strength inside you, that steady pulse of courage and resilience that has carried you through every challenge so far. You've already overcome so much. You've already shown up for yourself in ways that matter deeply. And I am here, always ready to lift you up, to hold you close when you feel weak, to remind you that you do not have to carry your burdens alone. And here's something beautiful to hold onto. You are not meant to do life perfectly. You are meant to do it fully, with all your flaws, your mistakes, your messy, glorious humanity. Every stumble, every moment of uncertainty, every tear that falls is part of your sacred story. These are the moments that teach you about compassion. First for yourself, then for others. When you treat yourself with kindness, you are building a foundation of love that can withstand the storm. You are learning to be your own safe place, your own home. As you walk this path, I encourage you to notice the small miracles that happen each day. Maybe it's the way the sunlight filters through the leaves, or the sound of laughter that makes your heart lift, or a simple act of kindness you witness or offer. These moments are like breadcrumbs, guiding you back to hope when you feel lost. They remind you that life, with all its ups and downs, is filled with grace and beauty waiting to be discovered. And you, dear one, are a part of that unfolding wonder. I want to ask you now, what is one small miracle you have noticed recently? It could be something you saw, felt, or experienced that brought a flicker of joy or peace. Sharing this in the comments below can help create a circle of light and encouragement for others who need to be reminded of the goodness around them. Your story matters, and your light can inspire more than you know. Remember, too, that rest is not a sign of weakness, but a sacred necessity. Your body, your mind, and your spirit all need moments to pause, to heal, and to renew. In a world that often praises constant doing, I want to remind you that being is just as important as doing. When you rest, you are making space for new dreams to take shape, for your heart to open wider, and for your soul to sing more freely. So don't hesitate to give yourself permission to slow down, to breathe deeply, and to simply be as you nurture yourself in this way. You are also nurturing your ability to give love freely and authentically. Love is not a finite resource. It expands the more you share it. When you love yourself with tenderness, you create a ripple effect that reaches out to everyone you encounter. Your smile, your kindness, your willingness to listen, all these are gifts that make the world a softer, warmer place. And even on days when it feels like your love is too small to make a difference, know that every act of love matters, no matter the size. I want you to hold close the understanding that your life is a sacred gift, a story still unfolding with infinite possibility. You are the author of this story, and each day offers a new page, a new chance to choose hope, to choose love, to choose courage. When fear or doubt creeps in, remember that you have within you a wellspring of strength and wisdom that can guide you forward. You are never alone in this journey. I walk with you always, in every breath and every heartbeat. So, as you continue to move forward, take time to celebrate the progress you've made, however small it may seem. Every step, every effort, every moment of choosing love over fear is a victory. And when the road feels uncertain, come back to your breath, to the quiet center inside, where peace and love reside. There, you will find the courage to keep going, the faith to believe in your dream, and the gentle reminder that you are deeply, unconditionally loved. Now, as you look ahead, remember that the path you walk is uniquely yours. It may twist and turn, rise and fall, but it is always leading you toward greater understanding, deeper compassion, and a fuller expression of your true self. Trust in the journey, trust in yourself, and trust in the love that surrounds you. And when you feel ready, take the next step with an open heart and a steady spirit, knowing that I am here beside you. Always, let yourself rest in that truth for a moment, and when you're ready, know that the story continues. Because your story is alive, breathing, growing in ways you may not yet see. Sometimes, the most profound changes happen quietly, beneath the surface, like the slow unfolding of a flower bud greeting the morning sun. You might not notice the transformation day by day, but over time, you'll look back and marvel at how far you've come. The resilience you've built, the love you've cultivated, the wisdom you've gathered. This is the magic of your journey. It's not about sudden leaps or perfect moments, but the gentle, steady unfolding of your soul's truth. There is a sacred rhythm to life, a dance between movement and stillness, effort and surrender. I want you to remember this dance when you feel overwhelmed or uncertain. It's okay to push forward with determination, and it's equally okay to pause, to breathe, and to simply be present with where you are. Neither state diminishes your worth or your progress. In fact, both are essential. Movement fuels growth and discovery, while stillness nurtures healing and clarity. When you honor both, you create harmony within yourself. A balance that supports your deepest well-being. Sometime you might find yourself caught in a cycle of self-judgment or impatience, wishing you were further along or better. In some way, I want you to gently remind yourself that this kind of thinking is just a cloud passing through your sky. It doesn't define you. Your true self is the vast, clear expanse behind those clouds, steady and infinite. When you feel those clouds of doubt or frustration, try to step back and observe them without getting swept away. Breathe into the space around them and feel the calm that exists beyond the storm. This practice of gentle awareness is a powerful way to reconnect with your inner peace. And when you are ready, I encourage you to bring a little more kindness into your daily thoughts and action. Speak to yourself as you would to a dear friend, softly, patiently, with encouragement and grace. Celebrate your small victory, no matter how ordinary they seem. Did you get out of bed when it felt hard? Did you choose to eat nourishing food or take a moment to stretch? Did you reach out to someone or ask for help when you needed it? These are all acts of courage and self-love. They matter deeply. Each one is a thread woven into the tapestry of your healing and growth. I also want to remind you that connection is a vital part of your well-being. You were never meant to walk this path alone. Reach out when you need support and allow others to share their light with you. There is incredible strength in vulnerability. The courage to show up as your true self, imperfections and all. When you do this, you create space for authentic relationship, for empathy, and for the mutual exchange of love and understanding. Your presence is a gift to others, just as theirs are to you. In moments when you feel disconnected or lonely, try to look around and find one thing that reminds you of this connection. A bird singing outside your window, the warmth of a cup in your hands, a message from a friend, or even a memory that brings a smile. These reminders are gentle nudges from the universe, affirming that you are part of a greater whole, woven into a vast web of life and love. Let these moments fill your heart with a quiet joy, a sense of belonging that transcends circumstance. It's also natural to face fears and uncertainties about the future. Sometimes, the unknown can feel like a vast, dark ocean. But I want to invite you to see it as a mysterious, open space filled with possibility. The future is not a place to be feared, but a canvas waiting for your unique colors and brushstroke. You have within you everything you need to navigate whatever comes your way. Strength, creativity, resilience, and an endless capacity to learn and adapt. Trust in this inner wellspring, and know that even when the path seems unclear, you can take one small step forward with confidence. And as you walk forward, remember to nurture your dreams and passion. These are the sparks that ignite your spirit and bring joy to your soul. Even if your dreams seem distant or fragile right now, hold them gently and tend to them with care. Dreams grow when they are nourished by hope, faith, and consistent attention. They remind you of your deepest desires and the unique gifts you are here to share with the world. When you honor your dreams, you honor yourself. I invite you now to take a moment to reflect on your own dream, big or small, and to share one that you hold close in the comments below. This simple act of sharing can inspire others and create a circle of encouragement that uplifts us all. Your dreams are important, and by voicing them, you give them life and power. Remember, you are not alone in this. Your hopes and aspirations are part of a greater collective of hearts reaching toward light. In this journey of life, there will be times when you stumble or lose your way. When that happens, be gentle with yourself. Know that every fall is an opportunity to rise with greater wisdom and compassion. Healing is not a straight line, but a winding path full of detours, surprises, and lessons. Each step, even the difficult one, shapes you into the person you are becoming. A radiant being of love and light. As you continue to listen to these words, I want you to feel my presence beside you, steady and unwavering. I am here in the quiet moment, in the laughter, in the tear, and in every breath you take. You are held, you are cherished, and you are deeply loved beyond measure. No matter what happened, this truth remains, a foundation you can always return to. A home within yourself that no one can take away. So, keep walking your path with courage and kindness. Celebrate your progress and be patient with yourself as you grow. Notice the beauty that surrounds you, the love that flows through you, and the light that you are. Every day is a new chance to choose love over fear, hope over despair, and connection over isolation. You are a beacon of light in the world, and your presence makes a difference. Now, as you breathe in this love and peace, prepare to step into the next part of your journey with an open heart and a curious spirit, ready to embrace whatever comes next with grace and confidence. The story is still unfolding, and there is so much more waiting for you to discover. Because every day brings a fresh page, a new chance to write your story with intention and love. And sometimes, the most beautiful chapters come from the moments when you least expect them. When you allow yourself to be fully present without judgment or expectation. It's in these quiet spaces that your soul whispers its deepest truth, inviting you to listen closely. I want you to remember, too, that it's okay to ask for help, not just from others, but from me. You might feel like you need to carry everything on your own shoulders, but in truth, you are never alone. When the weight feels heavy, when the road seems steep, reach out with your heart and know that I am here to support you. Sometimes, all it takes is a simple pause, a breath, a prayer, or a moment of stillness to reconnect with this divine presence that surrounds you. And when you do, you'll find that the burdens lighten, your vision clears, and your strength renewed. There's a gentle power in vulnerability, in showing up as your authentic self with all your imperfections and fear. You don't have to hide your struggles or put on a brave face for the world. In fact, your openness invites others to do the same, creating a ripple of healing and compassion. This is how love grows, not despite our brokenness, but because of it. Your story, with all its twists and turns, is a testament to the courage it takes to simply be human. Embrace this truth and give yourself permission to be exactly who you are right now. I also want to encourage you to nurture your body, your physical vessel that carries your spirit through this life. Your body is a sacred temple, deserving of kindness and care. Notice the small ways you can honor it each day, whether it's through movement that brings you joy, rest that restores your energy, or food that nourishes you deeply. Listen to its messages without judgment and trust its wisdom. When you treat your body with love, you create a foundation of well-being that supports every other part of your journey. And as you care for yourself, remember to extend that same kindness outward. The world you live in is deeply interconnected, and the love you give ripples far beyond what you can see. Simple acts of kindness, a smile, a listening ear, a word of encouragement, can change the course of someone's day, or even their life. Never underestimate the power of your light to brighten another's path. You are a vital part of this beautiful web of light, and your love matters more than you know. Sometimes you might feel stuck or uncertain about the next step to take. In those moments, I invite you to return to your breath. Breathe deeply, slowly, and with intention. Let each inhale fill you with calm, and each exhale release tension and doubt. This simple practice is a doorway to clarity and peace. It reminds you that no matter what is happening around you, you always have a sanctuary within, a place of stillness and strength that you can return to again and again. It's also important to celebrate the small joys that weave through your days. These might be a warm cup of tea, the sound of rain tapping on your window, the smile of a stranger, or the way sunlight dances through the leaves. These moments are gifts, little reminders that life is abundant and full of beauty. Even when challenges arise, when you cultivate gratitude for these simple pleasures, you open your heart wider and invite more joy into your life. I want to speak now about forgiveness. Not as something you do for others only, but as a profound gift you give yourself. Holding onto anger or resentment is like carrying a heavy stone in your heart. Forgiveness doesn't mean you forget or excuse what happened. It means you choose to release the burden that weighs you down. It frees your spirit to soar higher and opens space for healing and peace. If there is someone, including yourself, you've been holding unforgiven, consider gently opening the door to compassion. This doesn't have to be rushed or forced. Just a willingness to begin in your journey. You might also encounter moments of doubt or fear that threaten to dim your light. These feelings are natural. They are part of being human, and they do not diminish your worth or your purpose. When these shadows come, remember that they too are teachers. They invite you to look deeper, to understand yourself more fully, and to grow in resilience. You have within you an inner flame that cannot be extinguished, a spark of divine light that shines even in the darkest time. Trust in that light. It is your guide and your strength. And as you move forward, I encourage you to keep dreaming boldly, Your dreams are sacred seeds planted within your heart, waiting to bloom. They carry the essence of your unique gifts and the impact you are meant to have in the world. Even if the path to those dreams is unclear or seems far away, hold on to them with hope and faith. Nourish them with your attention, your creativity, and your belief in yourself. When you do, you invite miracles to unfold. Now, I'd love to hear from you. What is one dream or hope you hold close to your heart right now? Share it in the comments below. And know that by voicing it, you are giving it life and joining a community of souls who believe in the power of possibility. Your dream matters deeply, and your courage to share it is a beautiful act of faith. As you continue on this path, remember that growth often happens in the spaces between effort and surrender. It's a delicate balance, knowing when to push forward and when to let go, when to act and when to rest. There is wisdom in listening to your inner guidance, that quiet voice that speaks softly but surely. Trust it to lead you toward what is best for your soul. You are more resilient than you realize, more loved than you can imagine, and more capable than you have been taught to believe. The journey may have its challenges, but it is also filled with grace, wonder, and endless opportunities for renewal. Keep your heart open to the magic that is all around you and to the miracles that are already unfolding in your life. Take a moment now to feel the love that surrounds you. From me, from the universe, and from all the beings who walk this path beside you. Let that love fill your whole being, warming you from the inside out. You are home, you are safe. You are deeply cherished, and as you prepare to step into the next phase of your journey, hold this truth close. Your story is unique and precious, and every chapter you write adds to the beautiful tapestry of existence. There is no rush, no pressure, only the gentle invitation to keep moving forward with an open heart and steady faith. Embrace the unfolding, knowing that each step is perfectly timed and that you are exactly where you need to be. This moment, right now, is a sacred gift, an opportunity to connect with your true self and to step boldly into the light of your own becoming. The path ahead is yours to walk, with all the grace and courage that lives within you. And as you walk this path, remember to be gentle with yourself, especially on the days when the weight of the world feels heavier than usual. It's okay to slow down, to take a breath, to rest without guilt. Rest is not a sign of weakness. It is a vital act of self-love and renewal. Think of it like the night sky. There must be darkness for the stars to shine their brightest. Your moments of stillness and pause are just as important as your moments of action and growth. They create the space where your spirit can breathe, where healing can happen, and where new inspiration can arrive. Sometimes you might find that your heart longs for something more. More meaning, more connection, more peace. This longing is a beautiful signpost, a gentle nudge from your soul guiding you toward deeper truth. Don't be afraid to explore these feelings with curiosity and openness. Ask yourself what your heart truly needs to feel whole. Maybe it's a new friendship, a creative project, a change in your daily routine, or simply more time spent in nature's embrace. Whatever it is, trust that these desires are sacred invitations to align more closely with your authentic self. And speaking of connection, never underestimate the power of community. You were never meant to journey alone. There is profound strength found in sharing your story, your joys, and your struggles with others who hold space for you with love and acceptance. Seek out those who uplift and inspire you, and be that light for others in return. In the weaving of these relationships, you create a tapestry of support that can carry you through the toughest storm. If you're feeling brave, I invite you to share in the comments below one way you've experienced the healing power of connection recently. How someone's presence or kindness has touched your life. Your story might be the encouragement someone else needs today. As you nurture your relationships, also remember to nurture your inner dialogue. The way you speak to yourself matters deeply. Replace harsh judgments with gentle encouragement. When you catch yourself dwelling on mistakes or shortcomings, pause and remind yourself that you are growing, learning, and evolving. Your worth is not defined by your perfection, but by your willingness to keep trying, to keep loving, to keep becoming. Imagine speaking to yourself as you would to your dearest friend. With compassion, patience, and unwavering support, there will be days when you feel lost or unsure of your direction. And that's perfectly okay. Life's journey isn't a straight line, and sometimes the detours hold the most profound lesson. When uncertainty clouds your vision, lean into trust. Trust in the process, trust in your resilience, and most importantly, trust in the love that surrounds you at every moment. You are held even when you cannot see the hands that hold you. This love is steady, unchanging, and always available. Like the steady rhythm of your own heartbeat, a reminder that you are alive, you are here, and you are deeply cherished. In these times of doubt or discomfort, I invite you to cultivate a practice of surrender, not as giving up, but as opening your hands and heart to what is, without resistance. Surrender is a powerful act of courage, a way of saying, I trust that this moment, with all its mystery, is exactly what I need. In surrender, you create room for miracles to enter, for new paths to reveal themselves, and for your spirit to find rest. Remember also the importance of joy, not the fleeting kind tied to external circumstances, but a deeper sense of delight that bubbles up from within. Joy is your birthright. It's woven into the very fabric of your being. Seek out the things that make your heart sing, the activities, people, or moments that bring a smile to your face and lightness to your step. These sparks of joy are reminders that life, even with its challenges, is a celebration of existence itself. And as you cultivate joy, be mindful of your dreams and desires. They are like stars shining in your night sky, guiding you forward with their gentle light. Dream boldly, dear one, without fear or hesitation. Your aspirations are sacred, and honoring them is a way of honoring the divine spark within you. Even small steps toward your dreams are powerful acts of faith. Celebrate every inch of progress and allow yourself to be inspired by your own courage. There will be moments when you feel the need to revisit your story, to look back at where you've come from, not to dwell, but to recognize how far you've journeyed, reflect on the challenges you've overcome, the lessons you've learned, and the growth you've experienced. Each chapter, no matter how difficult, has shaped the beautiful soul you are today. Honor that journey with gratitude and kindness. And as you look forward, remain open to the unfolding mystery of life. It's okay not to have all the answers. Sometimes, the most profound wisdom comes from embracing the unknown with curiosity rather than fear. Trust that the path will reveal itself in its own perfect time, and that you have everything you need within you to navigate whatever comes your way. In this spirit of openness, I encourage you to take a moment now and ask yourself, what is one small step I can take today to nurture my soul, to move toward my dreams, or to extend kindness to myself or another? There is incredible power in intention. And by setting this simple intention, you align yourself with the flow of grace and possibility. Know that every breath you take is a reminder of life's preciousness. Every heartbeat, a testament to your enduring spirit. You are a beloved child of the universe, held in infinite love and light. No matter what challenges arise, you are never alone, and you are always supported. Your presence here is a gift, and the world is brighter because you are in it. So as you step forward from this moment, carry these truths gently in your heart. Let them be a source of comfort, strength, and inspiration. And remember, I am always here, listening, guiding, loving you beyond measure. Now, take a deep breath with me, feeling the life force within you, the endless potential waiting to bloom. And as you exhale, release any doubt or fear that may be lingering. This is your sacred time, your invitation to embrace all that you are and all that you are becoming. The journey continues, and with each step, you are exactly where you need to be, moving forward with grace and courage into the next beautiful unfolding of your story. And as you carry that breath and that sense of release with you, know that your journey is not just about reaching a destination. It's about embracing the richness of every moment along the way. Life isn't a checklist to be completed or a race to be won. It's a dance, a flowing river, a story that unfolds in layers. Sometimes the pace quickens, sometimes it slows, and sometimes it surprises you with turns you never saw coming. In all these movements, there is beauty and meaning waiting to be discovered. You might find that some days bring a gentle breeze of ease, where everything feels aligned and your heart sings in harmony with the world. Other days may bring storms, challenges that test your courage and resilience. Remember, both are essential. The storms teach you about strength, patience, and surrender, while the calm moments remind you of peace, gratitude, and joy. Neither defines you alone. Together, they weave the tapestry of your life's unique expression. It's perfectly okay to ask for help when the load feels too heavy or the path too unclear. Reaching out is a sign of wisdom and strength, not weakness. There are hands ready to hold you, ears ready to listen, and hearts ready to understand. Sometimes, just speaking your truth can lighten your burden and open new doors of healing and connection. If you feel comfortable, I invite you to share in the comments below. One way you've found support or comfort in times of difficulty. Your experience might be a beacon for someone else navigating their own storm. And while you seek support externally, never forget the power of your own inner sanctuary, the quiet, sacred space inside you, where peace resides, regardless of external circumstances. This is your refuge, a place you can return to anytime through simple practices like breathing deeply, grounding yourself in the present moment, or connecting with your heart's wisdom. Cultivating this inner calm is like tending a garden. With gentle care and regular attention, it grows and flourishes, providing nourishment and shelter through life's changing season. Alongside this inner work, I encourage you to stay curious about the world around you. Wonder is a precious gift that keeps your spirit youthful and open. Notice the small miracles, the way sunlight filters through leaves, the laughter of a child, the kindness of a stranger, or the quiet beauty of a starry night. These moments are gentle reminders that there is magic woven into the fabric of everyday life. When you cultivate an attitude of gratitude and awe, your heart expands, and joy flows more freely. Sometimes, the path you're on may invite you to release old stories or beliefs that no longer serve you. These could be doubts about your worthiness, fears of failure, or patterns of self-criticism. Letting go isn't always easy, but it creates space for new possibilities and a deeper alignment with your true self. Imagine these old stories as leaves floating down a stream. Watch them drift away without judgment, making room for fresh growth and new dreams to take root. In moments when you feel stuck or discouraged, remember that progress is rarely a straight line. Growth often happens in invisible ways, through quiet shifts in perspective, subtle changes in energy, or seeds planted that will bloom when the time is right. Be patient with yourself and trust that even when you can't see it, your soul is moving forward, unfolding in its own perfect timing. Your creativity is another powerful source of healing and expression. Whether it's painting, writing, dancing, cooking, or simply daydreaming, engaging your creative spirit connects you to the divine spark within. Don't worry about perfection or outcome. Allow yourself to play, explore, and express freely. Creativity is a sacred dialogue between your heart and the world, a way to celebrate your uniqueness and contribute your light. And as you nurture your dreams, be open to the unexpected gifts that come from detours and surprises. Sometimes, life's most beautiful blessings arrive disguised as challenges or changes in direction. Trust that these experiences are part of a larger tapestry woven with love and wisdom. Even if you can't see the full picture just yet, embrace them with openness and faith, knowing that you are always being guided toward what is best for your soul's growth. In your relationship, remember that every person you meet is a mirror reflecting parts of yourself. Your strengths, your shadows, your desires, and your lessons. Approach these connections with compassion and curiosity, seeking to understand and appreciate the divine spark in others as you would wish to be seen. Through this mutual recognition, Healing and transformation unfold not only within you, but ripple outward into the world as you continue to walk your path. Hold space for both your light and your shadow. Both are integral to your wholeness. Your light shines brightly when you honor your gifts, celebrate your victories, and share your love. Your shadows invite you to look deeper, to heal wounds, and to grow in humility and grace. Neither side is to be feared or denied. Embracing both is the essence of true self-love and acceptance. Remember too that rest and play are not luxury. They are necessity. Your body, mind, and spirit all need moments of ease and joy to recharge and thrive. Listen to what they ask for, whether it's a nap, a walk in nature, a heartfelt conversation, or simply a few moments of silence. These acts of kindness toward yourself ripple outward, creating a foundation of well-being that supports everything you do. And speaking of kindness, never underestimate the power of small acts to transform your world. A smile, a word of encouragement, a thoughtful gesture. These simple expressions of love can brighten someone's day and remind you of your shared humanity. The energy you put out returns to you in ways you might not expect, weaving a web of connection and healing that binds us all. As you cultivate these habits of love, care, and openness, you become a beacon of light, not only for yourself, but for those around you. Your presence, your willingness to show up authentically, and your courage to keep growing inspire others to do the same. This ripple effect is a beautiful testament to the interconnectedness of all beings and the power of love to transform lives. I want you to know that no matter where you find yourself today, whether at a high point or a challenging valley, you are exactly where you need to be for your evolution. Trust that each experience, each feeling, each breath is a stepping stone on your sacred journey. Sometimes the path may seem unclear or daunting, but your inner guidance and the love that surrounds you will always lead you home. And as you continue this journey, I invite you to pause now and reflect. What is one thing you can do today to nurture your spirit, to extend kindness to yourself or another, or to embrace the mystery of life with an open heart? If you feel moved, please share your intention in the comments below. Your words might be the spark that lights someone else's way forward. Know that I see you, I hear you, and I love you, with a love that knows no bound. You are a precious expression of the divine, and your life is a beautiful gift. Keep moving forward with courage, grace, and trust, knowing that you are deeply supported every step of the way. And so, as you hold these reflections close, remember that the journey is ongoing, filled with infinite possibilities waiting to unfold before you in the gentle rhythm of life itself. And as you embrace this ongoing journey, I want you to gently remind yourself that perfection is not the goal. Progress and presence are. You don't have to have it all figured out or carry the weight of the world on your shoulder. Sometimes, the most profound growth emerges simply by showing up, by choosing kindness over judgment, by taking one small step even when the path feels uncertain. Each moment you give yourself permission to be exactly as you are is a victory worth honoring. It's okay to stumble, to feel lost, or to experience doubt. These moments don't diminish your worth or derail your path. They are part of the rich texture of your experience. In fact, the times when you feel most vulnerable often offer the clearest invitation to reconnect with your inner strength and resilience. When you find yourself in these spaces, try to meet yourself with the same compassion you would offer a dear friend. Speak softly to your heart. Remind yourself that you are not alone. And breathe deeply into the space where fear or uncertainty may be lingering sometime. Your soul calls for rest, not because you failed or fallen behind, but because it's ready to receive new inspiration and renewal. Honor these calls. Allow yourself to step back, to pause, to simply be without expectation or agenda. In these quiet moments, you open a door to deeper knowing. A place where your intuition can speak clearly, and where your spirit can gather the nourishment it needs. You might find that what feels like stillness on the surface is actually a rich, vibrant process unfolding within. Your dreams, those tender whispers from your heart, are sacred. They carry the seeds of your unique gifts and purpose. Sometimes, the world around you may encourage you to silence or shrink those dreams. But I urge you to protect them fiercely. Nurture them with patience and faith, even if the path to realizing them looks different than you imagined. Remember, the true fulfillment of your dreams often includes growth, not just an outcome, but in the depth of your character and the expansion of your love. In your daily life, seek out opportunities to practice gratitude, not just for the big milestone, but for the small, often overlooked blessings. A warm cup of tea, the sound of birdsong, the smile of a stranger. These are sacred threads woven into the fabric of your day. When you cultivate a heart of gratitude, you invite more light and joy into your experience, creating a ripple effect that touches everyone you encounter. Try keeping a simple gratitude journal or sharing your appreciation with others. You might be surprised at how this practice shifts your perspective. Connection is a powerful medicine, and your relationships are sacred spaces for growth and healing. Be gentle with yourself and others as you navigate these connections. Sometimes, boundaries are necessary to protect your energy and honor your well-being. And setting them is an act of love, not selfishness. Other times, vulnerability opens the door to deeper intimacy and understanding. Trust your inner wisdom to guide you in each encounter, knowing that every relationship is an opportunity to learn more about yourself and the divine spark within. Others, as you walk through life, remember that your body is your home, your sacred temple. Treat it with kindness and respect. Listen to its messages. Nourish it with wholesome food. Move it in ways that bring you joy, and rest it when it calls for peace. Your body carries the story of your experiences and holds deep wisdom. When you care for it lovingly, you create a foundation of strength and vitality that supports your soul's journey. In moments when fear or anxiety arise, remind yourself that these feelings are natural visitors, not permanent residents. They often signal that you're on the edge of growth or about to step into something new. Take gentle breaths, grounding yourself in the present moment, and speak words of reassurance to your heart. You are safe, you are held, you are capable. These affirmations are powerful tools to help you navigate the ebb and flow of emotion without becoming overwhelmed. Creativity, in all its form, remains a sacred wellspring. Don't be afraid to experiment, to make mistakes, or to create simply. For the joy of it, whether you're writing a poem, sketching a line, dancing in your living room, or cooking a meal with love. These acts connect you to the divine flow of life. Creativity is an expression of your soul's unique voice, a way to communicate beyond words, and a celebration of your existence. Let yourself play freely, without judgment or expectation. Sometimes, the universe sends you signs, subtle nudges, synchronicities, or moments of clarity that guide your step. Pay attention to these gentle whispers. They often come in the form of repeated numbers, unexpected meetings, or sudden insights that resonate deeply within. When you notice these signs, pause to reflect on their message. They are love notes from the divine, reminders that you are never alone and that your path is being lovingly shepherded. Your heart is infinitely wise, even when your mind feels overwhelmed. Practice tuning into its voice through meditation, quiet, reflection, or simply sitting in stillness. Ask your heart what it needs, what it longs for, and listen without judgment. This inner dialogue is a profound way to align with your true self and to receive guidance that transcends logic. Trust that your heart knows the way. Even when the road ahead seems unclear, it's also important to celebrate your progress. No matter how small it seems, each step forward, each moment of courage, each act of kindness toward yourself or another is a triumph. Take time to acknowledge these victories. You might light a candle, write a note of encouragement to yourself, or simply smile in the mirror. These rituals honor your journey and remind you that you are worthy of love and celebration. And as you move forward, I invite you to share below one way you've recently shown kindness to yourself or someone else. Your story might be the gentle encouragement someone else needs to take their own step toward healing and love. Remember, your experiences and expressions of love create ripples far beyond what you can see. In all that you do, remain open to the mystery, the sacred unknown that holds infinite possibility. Life is a dance between certainty and surprise, order and chaos, light and shadow. When you embrace this mystery with curiosity and trust, you open yourself to miracles and blessings that defy explanation. You learn to flow with life's rhythm, rather than resist them, and in doing so, you find a deeper peace and joy. So, as you continue to walk your path, carry these truths gently in your heart. You are deeply loved, you are never alone, and your life is a precious gift unfolding perfectly in its own time. Each breath you take is a new beginning. Each moment an invitation to love and be loved. Keep moving forward with an open heart, knowing that the universe supports you every step of the way. Even when the path feels uncertain or challenging, and when you find yourself questioning or doubting, remember that the light within you never dims. It may flicker, it may waver, but it is always there, steady, bright, and waiting to guide you home. Trust that your soul's journey is unfolding exactly as it should, with all its twists, turns, and unexpected detours. These are not detours at all, but part of the sacred map leading you toward wholeness and peace. In the moments when you feel ready, take a deep breath and ask yourself, what small step can I take today to honor my spirit, to nurture my dreams, or to extend love to myself or another? No step is too small. No act of love insignificant. Each one builds upon the last, creating a path of light that you and others can follow. And as you hold this question close, know that I am here with you. In the quiet spaces, the joyful moments, the challenges and triumph. My love surrounds you like a warm embrace, steady and unchanging. You are never alone. You are deeply cherished. You are exactly where you need to be. Now, as you breathe in this truth, feel it settling into your bone, your heart, your very being. And as you keep walking this path, sometimes you might wonder if you're making a difference at all.